Hey guys, this is Seaman Sports, and unfortunately today we have to talk about the tragic death of Kobe Bryant, who is dead at the age of only 41, along with his daughter Gianna at the age of 13, who they both died in a helicopter accident. And before I go any further on about Kobe Bryant, I want to take a second to also mention some of the other names that were unfortunately involved in this terrible accident. John Altobelli, his wife Carrie, and daughter Alyssa also died in the accident, as well as Christina Mauser. So let's take a second to send your thoughts and prayers toward them and their families, and remember that it just wasn't Kobe Bryant who was in this. These people were also affected as well as the two others' names who have not come out yet. So I want to send thoughts and prayers their way, and I want you to do the same. And now let's talk about Kobe Bryant, who would feel so weird to talk about him in the past tense, because he didn't retire that long ago, and because his legacy lives still so strong today. Kobe Bryant is one of the all-time great basketball players, and no doubt one of the best who has ever played. Top 10, top 15 of all time. He's a 5-time NBA champion. 2-time finals MVP. He won 1 regular season MVP, an 18-time All-Star, which is still the record today. And he also won 2 scoring titles as well. He scored 81 points in a game, which is second only to Wilt Chamberlain, which is just a phenomenal performance that I still don't think gets enough credit to this day. Kobe was able to win titles with 2 different eras of Lakers teams. One's in the early 2000s with Shaq, and in the late 2000s with Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum and Lamar Odom. He dominated a decade of basketball and is one of the best players of all time. He's one of the fiercest competitors of all time. And his legacy is transparent throughout the entire NBA and globally around the world. His impact cannot be measured in any other way. I truly believe that him and Allen Iverson are the 2 most impactful NBA players on people who are probably 30 to 35 years or younger. I think Brad Stevens said it right when he said that Kobe Bryant was this generation's Michael Jordan. These players who are 18, 19, 20 years old in the NBA, they didn't get to see Michael Jordan play. They got to see Kobe Bryant play. And Kobe Bryant was as closest to a carbon copy as you could get to Michael Jordan. He had that same mentality, and they played so similarly. Kobe's reach, Kobe's impact was bigger than anyone could ever imagine. When a kid shoots a shot, they throw something into a trash can. When you yell Kobe, that is a big deal. That is something that everybody gets, that everybody did. Shooting a fadeaway jumper at the gym over 2 people and you yell Kobe and you make it, there's no better feeling. Kobe Bryant is so revered by his peers. He's so revered by fans. There are players that talk about how they met a lot of NBA stars throughout the years, but when they were rookies and the first time they met Kobe Bryant, that's when they were truly in awe, truly starstruck, just like how me and you would be if we met a famous athlete. He was a cultural icon. He was someone who was global as well, growing up a lot of his life in Italy. He also was one of the first players to come out of high school and actually be a legitimate NBA player and pave the way for a guy like LeBron to do the same. He was somebody who paved the way for player empowerment when on draft night in 1996, as a 17-year-old, he was able to force his way to the Lakers, which is the only team that he wanted to play for. Kobe Bryant was probably one of the fiercest competitors that has ever played in any sport. Sometimes that was to his detriment, but a lot of the times, no matter what was happening in the game, no matter if Kobe was 1 for 15, he had the confidence that he was going to drill a shot in your face, hit the dagger, hit the game-winning shot. And that's so important. These athletes psychologically go through so much, but Kobe Bryant was able to go through all of that and still at the end of the day be one of the most confident athletes of all time. And I think one thing that people don't understand about these top level athletes is the confidence they have to has to be enormous. It has to be bigger than life because you're going to fail a lot of the time. You're going to fail a lot and you're going to lose a lot of games and end up disappointed. but Kobe had the Mamba mentality. And sometimes people view that as maybe a joke, but Kobe Bryant had that. He had that fierce competitor in him, and he brought it every single night from the beginning of his career into the end of his career. And you can't do anything but respect that. Kobe was also, after basketball, reaching a point in his life where he was doing the things he wanted to do that he couldn't do while he was playing because he was just so focused on basketball. He won an Academy Award for his short film, Dear Basketball. He was working on podcasts. He was working on movies. He wanted to do so much more. He was coaching up his young daughter's basketball team, doing the things that he really wanted to do that he couldn't do because he had been so focused on basketball. And that's what's really tragic, is that Kobe Bryant wasn't just a basketball player. He was a husband. He was a father. He was a friend to a lot of people. And that's what's most tragic about this situation, is that Kobe Bryant was more than a basketball player. He was bigger than the NBA. He was bigger than basketball. Thank you, Kobe Bryant, for all that you've done for the game, for the memories that you've brought all of us, for bringing it your all every single night. One of the most enjoyable players to ever watch, and one of the best basketball players of all time. Rest in peace, Black Mamba. And may we all carry some Mamba mentality throughout our entire lives. And for you guys out there, never stop screaming Kobe when you shoot a shot, when you throw something in a trash can. Keep his legacy alive. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Seatman Sports.